We are conducting interviews, and we're interviewing people about their perception of transportation financing.
Many people do not have a realistic understanding of who is paying for which modes and which services.
My name is Ariane. I'm a cyclist and a transportation rider and then a walker. I think transportation is financed, or the public thinks that transportation is financed through a mystery fund that's generated through some sort of car tax, something.
How do you think that public transportation should be financed?
I think that transportation should be financed by everyone because it's a service that's provided to everyone. We think it's a basic need to get around.
Who do you think should pay for the bike lanes?
I think bike lanes are basically public good and should be paid for by the city.
Do you think there should be a gas tax?
I do think there should be a gas tax. It should be pretty high.
To go to school, primarily all of my trips are train-based, so at least 5 times a week. And if I'm traveling to school on the weekends, I usually drive. I think I'm paying my fair share for the SEPTA pass. In all honesty, the difference between the cost of the pass and parking is about a $40 difference.
So where would you say, when you buy a token, where do you think that money goes?
Where do I think the money from the token goes? Well, I'm pretty sure that about 12.4% goes to the intersection at 5th and Girard. Probably about 9.7% goes to Sally, who drives bus 44 from Montgomery to Connecticut. And probably around 33% goes absolutely nowhere. This is Philadelphia, and the money just basically gets thrown away. So pretty much, I put the token in. I'm not sure what happens after that, and I just pray that there's something that will take me to where I need to go.
My name is Emily Vivian Williams the First. I walk places a lot more frequently than taking transit. All the streets right around the house are usually never very plowed or shoveled if it snows. I don't know who should be responsible for the transportation and the sidewalks of the city. Obviously, a percentage of upkeeping the transportation, like the subways and trolleys and buses and trains, should come from the ticket sales of such things. So if they need more money for sidewalks, they should just raise taxes, and then I know outright knowing that I'm paying $1 to use the sidewalk, and then I can't get as mad about it.
How do you believe states pay for transportation?
I would hope that the biggest portion would come from fares, but I'm not really sure.
Let's say you pay your fare to get on the train in Cleveland. Where does that money go?
The journey of my money in Cleveland is after I can stop berating myself for being less than human because the machine is way too complicated for buying a single ticket down to Tower City. So that's like 10 minutes. Then the money finally gets out of my wallet into the machine, and I assume it's collected maybe like a week or two after by some random guy in like overalls. And after that, I assume he takes it to some really big like toilet and just throws it down the toilet because it seems like it doesn't get anywhere.
Taking the subway every day is actually not too difficult. It is really unreliable here in Philadelphia, though.
So how do you imagine that the state pays for the subway?
I was under the impression that SEPTA was a private company, but I have no idea. Tax dollars, I guess, is what's supposed to be paying for. I don't actually know.
The biggest issue is that people don't actually have any idea how transportation is financed. We have to go about our lives and assume that things are in place in a particular way and that they're not a particular concern. Do people have any perception of transportation finance? That would be my first question. I think the answer is no.